Dear students, welcome to today's English class. I hope you are doing well, and I also hope that you are watching the videos uploaded in our website by our teachers. In our today's session, we'll discuss a new topic from our English text and we'll practice another flowchart. Let's begin our today's session. Our today's text is taken from Unit 14, Lesson 3. At first, look at these pictures. Actually, these are part scrolls or roll. These are preserved in the British Museum. These are given as hints so that you can guess what's going to be discussed in our today's session. In the first picture, you see that a person is riding on a fierce looking tiger and he's holding a snake in his left hand. In the second picture, you see that there is a crocodile, a predatory crocodile, of course. Can you guess what can be our today's text? Let's see whether you guess it right or not. Today's lesson, Myths and Literature, the Legend of Ghazi. Here is the learning outcome. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to tell about legendary figures, tell about Ghazi Pir and his legacy, tell the meaning of some of new words, answer questions about Ghazi Pir, and most importantly, make flowchart. In today's session, we'll only focus on the last one, that is making flowchart. Here is the text, The Legend of Ghazi. I'm reading the text for you. According to some myths and legends, Ghazi Pir was a Muslim saint who is said to have spread Islam in the parts of Bengal close to the Sundarbans. Myths means Paurani or legendary. Same, these are synonymous, myths and legends. Legends means lok kahini ba lok katha. So according to some myths and legends, Ghazi Pir was a Muslim saint and who is said to have spread Islam. So Ghazi Pir was said to have spread Islam. That means he preached Islam in the parts of Bengal close to Sundarbans. He was credited with many miracles. Miracles, you know, extraordinary events or uh, that is events that is beyond our perception. So যেটাকে বাংলায় বলে অলৌকিক miracles. Spectacular, we can say that spectacular events or miracles. Yes. Ghazi Pir was credited with many miracles. For example, he could supposedly calm dangerous animals and make them docile. So, for instance, Ghazi Pir could pacify dangerous or fierce-looking animals, and he could make them docile, or he could make them docile. Means he could tame them. Docile means tame or boshmana, pushmana বা বশে আনা. So, docile or tame. He is usually depicted in parts or scroll paintings, riding a fierce-looking Bengal tiger, a snake in his hand, but in no apparent danger. So in the previous slide, we saw that a person riding a fierce-looking tiger and holding a snake, but we did not see any sign of danger in his face. That's why it is said that uh, he is usually depicted in parts or scroll paintings, riding a fierce-looking Bengal tiger, a snake in his hand, but no apparent danger. Or apparently there is no sign of danger in his face. That is actually the one of the miracles of Ghazi Pir. According to some stories, he also fought crocodiles who threatened the people of a region full of canals and creeks. Indeed, a kind of watery jungle bordering the Bay of Bengal. Another miracle of Ghazi Pir was that uh, he helped people to live area which was threatened by uh, crocodiles. According to the story, he fought against crocodiles who threatened the people of that region full of canals and creeks, because the area was full of canals and creeks, খাল এবং ছোট ছোট জলাশয় যেটাকে ক্রিক বলে, ওটা ছিল জল নিমগ্ন এলাকা, a kind of watery jungle বলছে। Because of his alert and vigilant presence, all predatory animals were said to have been kept within bounds. So it was Gazipir, and for his alert, for his vigilance, predatory animals were controlled, were kept within the bounds, within the boundary. So it was also believed that he enabled villagers to live close to forests and jungles and cultivate their land. So Gazipir helped people of that area to live close to forests and jungles, and Gazipir also helped them to cultivate their lands. Consequently, people of these regions would pray to him for protection. So people of those areas would come to Gazipir and ask for his protection. The story of Gazipir has been preserved in folk literature as well as art, and has been performed in indigenous theatre. Indigenous means local or original, local. So Gazipir, the story of Gazipir or the legends regarding Gazipir has been preserved in our folk literature as well as art, like the part scrolls of Gazipir. You saw it beforehand. And the legend of Gazipir has been performed in different theatre, especially in indigenous or local theatre. In fact, some Gazir part scrolls are part of the collection of the British Museum. So these part scrolls are taken from British Museum, and they are preserved there in the British Museum that is located in the UK. So we are done with the reading text. Moving to the next slide. So it is time for some group work. Make a flowchart showing the activities of Gazir Pir. The first one is done for you. The first one says that spreading Islam. You were told already that while making flowchart, you should avoid articles, unnecessary articles, unnecessary use of preposition, and in most of the cases, actually, in most of the cases, you have to use participle in present participle or past participle. So the first one is done using present participle. So let's move to the text. So apart from preaching Islam, the answer that was given, that it is said that spreading Islam. So we'll look for the second answer. So apart from preaching Islam, what were the other activities of Gazipir? He was credited with many miracles, but these are not activities. For example, he could supposedly calm dangerous animals and make them docile. Yes, so calming dangerous animals and making them docile. So we got two answers. The first one is calming dangerous animals, and the second one is making animals docile. And the next answer is in the fifth sentence. According to some stories, he's also fought crocodiles who threatened the people of a region full of canals. So fighting against crocodiles can be taken as an answer. And our next answer is there in this sentence. It was also believed that he enabled the villagers to live close to forest and jungles. So it was Gazipir who helped the villagers, or who enabled the villagers to live close to forest and jungles. So we can say that enabling villagers to live close to forest. And the last answer is he and cultivate their land. So we can say that he helped people, he enabled people cultivate their lands. We can say that enabling people cultivate their lands using present participle. So we have got all the answers of our flowchart. Let's check it with our answer. Yes, first one is spreading Islam, second one is calming dangerous animals, and third one is making animals docile. Next, fighting against crocodile, keeping predatory animals controlled, enabling villagers to cultivate. So in this way, we can make a very good flowchart. And one thing you need to remember that your answer should be based on the question asked. Like here, it is clearly said that make a flowchart about the activities of Kazibi. So you must focus on the things that are asked, that activities of Kazibi. These are the activities: spreading Islam or preaching Islam, calming dangerous animals, making animals docile, fighting against crocodile, keeping predatory animals controlled, enabling villagers to cultivate. So these are the activities. So we are done with the practice. Now time for some homework. Write a paragraph on the legend of Cassidy. So that's all for today. Thank you, and I hope that I will see you again in the next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz.